The open air freight, you're underground. What open air? Freight elevator under our fees thunks to life with a resounding bang. More like a ka-chunk. It begins running down its slanted rail. It's Akira! And letting out an electronic hum as it slowly trundles along. Get this anon out of here! I'd run past earlier when I was looking for a health station for Olivia. I run past it earlier. It's like right over the security station, buddy. How convenient the controls were in the office that we eventually ended up in. Like, again, in the game, this is like directly above it. It's right over there. You can see the guy in the office from it. Like, that's how they check you. Speaking of Olivia, for the record, I'm only wearing this because there's nothing else. I'm not like Mia. Stop comparing me. Perched up high in the harness, she donned the horrid biker's jacket from earlier over top the white undershirt. It's a frankly humorous sight, the jacket and shirt still being a bit on the big side for her. She seems absolutely jazzed to be wearing it. I bet she's never been happy to have such a gift onto her. I'm such an evil man. You didn't give it to her because you wanted to. You gave it to her because she needed something. Never in my life would I think I'd get the luxury to see an anthropomorphic dinosaur from another universe wearing a biker jacket. Make it out of here alive, I'm buying a lottery ticket. I mean, any situation could be made unique if you just add enough conditionals. I offered the 15 a quiet thumbs up. Oh, don't give me that! You're the guy that threw this awful thing onto me! My shrugs give a brief shrug? Quick, what? Judge Rory's swiping my hair. You have a ponytail. You don't get to talk about fashion. Lady, I can't talk at all. That's actually really good. Sadly, my internal banter falls on deaf ears. More like mute lips. We had to leave the notepad behind. There's simply a way for me to just carry it around. I guess that's why her hoodie had to go, so she could stuff it in there. Man, one of those palm top computers are coming really handy right about now. Dude, her phone should have like text-to-speech or something on it, right? Speaking of palm tops, I found my wandering to that strange device that Olivia called a phone. It had a touchscreen and the ability to store photos. So it's like a camera or something? I know digital ones have been getting better and better by the day, but does that mean their side is more advanced technology? Yeah, but like 30 years. It's not even that much. Or are they even in the same dimension of time? Analysts, a whole other line of thinking. The problem is, I can't exactly go getting a technical readout, even if she magically knew. I've got a few parting glances at the poor girl since she saddled them back to me. Why hasn't she installed any games on her phone? If she comes across a hyena, how are they going to play? Obviously, she's still stirred and shaken up by the universal revelation. I mean, I'd worry if she wasn't in all reality. I'd be worried if she wasn't in all reality. I feel like you'd be too, buddy. It just means she's not in a very talkative mood, which honestly I'm okay with. Both alive, both making progress, and I think metallic scrunching noise echoes from the cargo area we just come from. Oh, this is the one where the head crab comes sliding down. It looks ridiculous. Yeah. So I'm just gonna skip this because this is just like this is so goofy. Like in the game, it makes sense because it's like, oh man, it's a third-person shooter. You gotta pay attention. But you can just ignore them for the most part, and they just jump past you. A literal rain of crab monsters begins free falling out of the sky. I mean, they're sliding, they're grinding the rail. The problem is they're standing like straight. They're not like slanting with the ramp, so it just looks really goofy. Like their models are just like slipping down, which is exactly what's happening. Thump. One of the creatures slams into the elevator. Simply goes flying off the front of it. Yeah, so they will jump at you if you stand at them for a certain angle, but you can just kind of step aside too. Physics doesn't stop. Because it feels like it. All these things have a large amount of speed behind them. Naturally, that force would simply shift forwards once they bounced off the floor. The angle is fairly steep, though. They might just splat. Behind you! I spin around just in time to avoid a head-hitting ritual. Thanks to my quick reaction, I sent the crab flying over to the side. My breathing takes a second to catch up with the rest of me as I realize what just happened. Without thinking, I throw a thumbs up over my shoulder after the call-out. Still, I remain wary about any more attacks. Taking advantage of the brief break, I glance down to the shaft. See how much further we have to go. Oh, God! It's a very long elevator. It's a section that really does feel longer than it needs to be. I mean, it's just so goofy. I guess it's there to kind of like lighten up the mood a little bit after everything that just happened. Because you just see a guy get crushed by a stair. Although in the original game, there's a guy like stuck in the in a garbage can somewhere, like, and he shits himself. It's great. They're waiting at the bottom of the shaft are all the monsters that slid off. I guess they're in like the rat zone because once you're like smaller than a rat around that area, you're so small that because of the square cube law, you just don't make a terminal velocity high enough to kill you instantly. Like your skin air drag to volume weight ratio is such that you don't explode on impact with the ground. I mean, it won't necessarily leave you in a good condition, but it does mean they have survival odds that are better than humans. At least 7 of them stare up at us with waiting claws eagerly swiping up at the air. The impact must not have killed them like I thought it would. I have to deal with them now. Be over once you hit the bottom. Sheathing my crowbar, I reach out and fiercely tap my pastor. Hey, quit it! However, I leave her no time as I gesture to my ears. With the other hand, I reach out into the leather holster and pull out the pistol. 2 magazines. Make them count, Freeman. It's like 3 per shot, dude. You're not making this with 17 bullets to the chamber. There, a quick curse behind me as I raise the fire. I'm to take aim. Bam! I flinch just before the first shot, anticipate the recoil of the noise. As expected, it thunders. Taking a deep breath, I try to call back to what Barney would say. Jeez, Gordon, you're a lousy shot. No, not that one. Look, just don't flinch when you pull the trigger. Keep your eyes on the target and bring the sights up, not the other way around. Simple stuff. I mean, the problem with the game is that you have to wait, right? You have to do the Doom thing where you have to let go of the button for a little bit to let it cool down. Even then, it's not accurate. That gun sucks. Also, aren't you supposed to, like, exhale when you do this? I don't know why exhaling has to be done at certain points in exercise. I wish someone would just fucking tell me why that's the case. Anyway, since we're in a goofy action sequence, how about we put on some goofy action music? Bang! Bang! One by one, the awaiting gremlins are reduced to bits of gore and body. Stop jibbing them with your bullets! Use your crowbar! There's still an occasional miss, but after a few tries, they're all dead. Just in time. Get... Justin, what are you doing here? With another resounding bang, the freight elevator comes to a stop at the bottom of the shaft. Oh, made by silence. And also cool action music. Nice work. I feel I gently pat my shoulder. That gives a curt bob as I holster the pistol once more. Stepping off, my eyes drift to what looks like a sizable cargo depot. Several shelves of boxes stacked high, with a forklift parked in the corner. Several other crates litter the area, looking like a system of organized chaos. A large ramp runs down to another area, but it's blocked off. A large pipe burst and flooded the area. You'll die if you go in there. I think in the original game you die. I don't know if in Black Mesa it still is deadly. Amber lighting basks the area in an almost yellowish tint. Why almost yellowish? Reflecting off the concrete walls and floors to give a stark contrast to the cool blue we just came from. Walking to the middle of the room, I look around, trying to find the next logical way to go. Sure enough, my eyes latch onto a nearby wall. My mood briefly flickers as I spot another bloodied and unmoving guard. His stomach being torn, ripped, and spilled out all over the place. Walking over, I bit a silent thanks and farewell. The man didn't need to die down here. Why thanks? He doesn't even have any bullets. With one last head shake, I start making my way down the hallway. Wait! I pause, turning back to my companion with a curious look. My head remains fixed on the security guard as if we were about to spring to life and come along with us. Check if he has any bullets. My eyes fluttered, surprised what she said. She isn't exactly on board with the idea either, but Grimness, she makes a good point. He doesn't need his bullets. I can use his bullets for making a bullet sundae. Twisted conflict in his stomach, something really unscrupulous about looting dead bodies, that if we don't, we may well end up joining the list of casualties. Nodding, I turn back and walk to the body, squat down, take his belt, 2 extra magazines. Full of those little holes in the background you got. Sorry, nothing personnel. Rising to my feet. Man. My thoughts continue to storm in my head like a raging tornado. The mere fact that I'm in some... Okay, this is Olivia again, by the way. In some weird alternative universe where there's only humans who use old technology seems unreal. No, this is the source engine! No, it's not the source engine. The source engine port sucks! I remember that being the first one I played. You can imagine that I bounced off of Half-Life. I fold my arms on Gordon's back, using it as an impromptu shelf. Dude, that's rude. Even if I got here, what's going to be waiting for me? Will people freak out like everyone else so far? What did this place government wish me out as a secret lab? I know those Schizo Area 41 posts about aliens. What do they think I'm an alien? Wait, does me being here make me one already? Yes! This is not your country! You fucking dirty foreigner! Shaking my head, I decide to do the right thing and push the thought away till later. I can't get political right now. Right now I need to focus on staying alive. Staying alive, staying alive. God, this jacket is fucking awful! As soon as I can find something else, I'm burning this. Maybe I'll have Gordon shoot it. Another time, Olivia, another time. Around the corner, we come across a wide concrete bridge littered with barrels, explosives. Oh, yeah, this is the one that explodes because an alien teleports in. My back starts to ache. Why the hell did you put all the explosives on a bridge? Now, wanting a repeat, I tap Gordon's shoulder and point to the boxes, getting an affirmative nod. If I can see any danger, as long as we're careful, should be fine. In an act of sick irony, a hauntingly familiar green flash appears in the middle of the bridge, depositing not one, but two of the weird sonic screeching monsters that had almost turned my brain to mush. Shoot it! Shoot it! I screech, my almost brave sounding totally not a pantsy scream. Not even wanting to remotely go through that experience again. My screaming, however, only catches the beast's attention. With an energetic bark, they turn towards us with a hop. There, in the back of my head begins to rise as the horrible shrilling noise builds up one more. And then kaboom! In flash of heat and light, the bridge erupts into a roaring explosion. Chunks of green flesh and concrete go flying through the sky as the center section gives out from the force. My brain barely has time to process what happened before a sickening sound of rock and metal fills the air. Gordon takes a quick step back as portions of the bridge start to collapse. One by one, large chunks of it and the items that were scattered about fall into the massive bottomless pit that yawns below. Even the forklift isn't certified safe and falls down with them. Dude, Gordon, why the fuck does your base have a secret massive bottomless pit? It's also not that big. It's a bottomless pit, but it's not that big. Like, I know it's too big to jump across, even diagonally, but it's not that big. Man, I wouldn't call that massive. I'd call it a large pit. The dust, more medium. Because I feel like, for some reason, logistics. The dust stings my eyes and lungs, forcing me to cover my snout and look away. I get to furiously rubbing the differently cancer-giving particles out of my eyes. No doubt I've already breathed in a good bit by the time both of us starting having our lungs out and rapidly backtracking down the hallway. Gordon and I spend the next few seconds coughing and rubbing our eyes, just to get some relief from the dust. Man, he should have kept that helmet. Finally, after who knows how long, both of us are at least in a functioning state where we can go forward. Man, I really should have just eaten asbestos if I known I was going to get this kind of exposure. These people probably still use asbestos. Rounding the so cloudy corner once more, we're met with the meager side of the remaining section of the bridge. There's still a remaining bit at the other end, but there's no way we can make the distance. All in all, we're stuck. Again. Why is everything working against us? I vent, pounding my fists into his shoulders. My claws unwidely wave at the air, putting a show to whatever sick deity fuck would put me here for all to see. I just want to break! Tap tap. Because he's like, don't worry, Olivia. There's video game pipes we can climb. One giant balancing act. I feel like Gordon doing that on his own would be difficult enough without video game logic, but like with Olivia, that's just fucking ridiculous. You can't be serious. I deadpan, looking down at the humans with the most unimpressed and disapproving look. All I'm met with is a silent yet powerful look. The man holds out his arm towards the pipes, then the bridge to the other side. There is no other way. Can't we just not put our lives in danger for like 5 fucking seconds? It's a video game, Olivia. You have to live with it. My claws spider against my forehead as I feel a headache starting to come in. Sighing, I run a hand through my hair and shake my head as I stare down the pipeworks. You couldn't make that jump in balance, right? The words were laced with my ever-growing anxiety. I don't even know how thick those pipes are. Like, could they even support Gordon's weight? The mere idea of being saddled on some guy's back while he parkours with our collective lives doesn't sit well in my stomach for some reason. Gordon nods, playfully gesturing ops with his fingers along the imaginary roofs and jumps. Fine, just don't get us killed. I think the more important detail that's worth calling out is, what was I thinking about again? Something about the suit, right? No. Like, honestly, with Olivia on his back, that's so heavy. Though. And if only you were a squid or a kid. Or a squid or a kid. Or a squid or a kid. Simple thumbs up's the only reassurance I can get. Yeah, that's the thumb I can trust in. I wrap my head around his torso as tight as I can muster. It's not going to save you. This point, reality reason can kiss my ass. One clambers onto the... Oh, yeah, there's like sections later in the game that are way worse. Like the little, what is it called again? There's like a section where you walk across all those conveyor belts. That part is just going to be ass for Olivia. Gordon clambers... Because there's a lot of platforming in this game, all things considered. Clambers low on the remaining crates. On the catwalk, he started a large pipe. Metallic shuffling. I don't really care about this. Oh, man, she's just so sad. She's so scared. It's so scary. You can't even muster the courage to tell him to hurry up. Olivia, please. Olivia, stop being so scared. Stop being so scared, Olivia! Please! Round the corner. Also, isn't there a vent there? I mean, I guess that would be less practical. You don't even have to take it, I guess. Or you can, like, exit it at some point. I don't even know, man. There's the whole stuff going on with that. Holy shit. I huff. Wiping my forehead. Good job! Gordon nods and looks down. I notice a small frown on his face. I turn my head as well. There down below sticks out the remaining part of the bridge that hadn't broken during the initial collapse. I stared a bit before I realized. It's a really big fall. Guy definitely fracture something if you did. Why would you say fracture? Why don't you say break? Why are you so fancy? clip something, metallic clattering. Oh, it's a vent cover. Oh, we are going for the fence. Because you end up with a little outcrop, and you could jump over if you want to. And it is a pretty big fall if you're not like a video game character, yes. It's the size of a little bit of a red lighting. Yeah. Yeah, I meant that. Taking best credit for it. Really smart to go that way? You've no idea where it went. I mean, it's full of cancer! That's the real problem. It's the guaranteed leg fracture. Gordon, your suit literally could take this. It's designed for this kind of situation. It's this or that. Thump, thump, thump. The sheet metal bows under my hands and knees as I slowly crawl through the tight space. Anyway. Oh, it's chest flashlight. How the fuck does that point the right direction when you're crawling on your hands and feet? I always felt like it made more sense like a little thing he's got on his head. Once I slipped out from the harness, he took the lead. Man, I imagine it's a big relief so you can finally do something. It's not much, but it's something. The metallic haze seems to drag on forever as we continue on, leaving the door wide open for my mind to wander. What exactly is this place in the first place? If was actually trying to kill me, what were they doing here? What could a whole universe be like without Saurians? Man, that's racist. I mean, they obviously are behind on tech if they had old ass shit computers like they do. My thoughts linger back to the topic of different universes, and my mind starts to drift towards back to the T-Rex in the room. What will happen even if I get out? Before my thoughts could spiral, my maw smashed to his butt! Olivia, you can no longer judge him for him having removed your clothes. An embarrassed blush spreads across my face as I rub the end of my snout like the clumsy idiot I am. Exchanging a short look, the human shakes his head and points forward. Grating my neck around the narrow cornfield. Okay, that's the way down. Pushes his leg over it, and thump, clatter, clatter! However, gives way. He drops down, easy as cake. Gracefully exiting, my hand falls short of the lip and sends me tumbling face forward through the hole. I flail my eyes like a newborn baby just before my whole body slams into a wooden box, which collapses under me in the shower of splinters. Well, at least you got a leather jacket, which, despite your complaints, is actually really useful in a situation like this because it's fairly thick and might keep some of the splinters out of you. Oh, I hate this place so much. Pain grunt, I raised to my knees to see Gordon's gloved hand gently help me up. Other than my pride being smashed to pieces like the crate beneath me, I'm more or less fine. I take a chance to look around the room. It's about a small space. It's partially decorated. Although I went for the little in-between room instead of the ladder. I mean, you might as well take the ladder. Standing back into my harness, Gordon takes a look between the ladder and the doorway leading out. As you see how his face morphs, muscles twitch, eyes dart. It's a work of art in itself. I like this. I like how we're extrapolating on what we've already got instead of just repeating it. It's like, you know, I got more time. Sounded really gay. He's a man! How is it gay? Aiko, I'm sorry to tell you, but a man loving a woman is extremely gay. Aw, who said that? The manosphere, Inko, I'm sorry. The only way to be a manly man is to love men. So I asked Damien to help you out. Hey, Inko, how you doing? Liz said I was a little gay because I kissed her last night, so I thought we'd fix that. God damn it. You just know that Liz didn't actually go to any Manosphere blogs, and she's just like, you know what? Fine. I guess I want some yaoi. I'll play along. Think we should take the door, not to sure. Yeah. It may fit. Is that out of a ladder? I mean, I guess when you're video game form, it's hard to tell. Exit opposite end. There's a cool breeze. Also, it stinks like hell. Why would there be water down? Are we like super underground? Yeah, that's where water tends to accumulate. What do you think an aquifer is? Or how caves form with their little stalagmites, stalactites, and their columns and their shelves. My questions are soon answered around the corner. More crates and bells. Man, there's so much random bullshit here. It's almost like it's a space that's lived in. Holy crap. First, there's a massive hall of concrete, metal, and water. A gigantic river flows through the middle of the room, littered with crates and barrels. I swear to rap to Jesus, this place is one huge, really fancy crate and barrel raising facility. It's Super Crate Box all over again. Several of the weird ceiling traps hang up high in the ceiling all over. Their tongues eagerly waiting for the next meal. Across the room is an open hallway sticking out. What looks like the bridge that connected it is now in the middle of the direct below. It just fell. It fell. It's gone. There used to be a bridge here. It's gone now. Oh, shit. What the fuck do you mean? What do you mean? It's Mozilla that crashed. I guess Mozilla crashed. That's extremely novel. I mean, it has crashed lately a bit more than usual. But usually when it crashes, it pops up the little crash manager, and it's like, I'm gonna restart it for everybody. You know, it's a cognizant of what just happened. Oh, I turned off the background out the window. Well, I don't know what you just saw. I gotta make a note to self to check around 20 minutes. 20 minutes, Effie. Check around 20 minutes. And blur that shit out if it's bad. I mean, at most you saw like, nothing weird opened. At most you'll see me looking at, like, the video for trying to do the names for the chapters. Anyway, it's the canal room. There's like some walkways on both sides, a big canal in the middle. It's full of poop. Way down on one of the walkways is a herd of crab fucks, and some other thing. Waddling to is the creature is it's the bull squid, with the body of a hyena. It stands on two powerful clawed legs, its body hunched forward and counterbalanced by a thick, heavy tail directed towards the ground. Its skin is repulsive, sickly, pale tan hide, covered in wet, dark spots that look like open sores or diseased leopard print. The worst part is its face. It doesn't have a jaw. Instead, its neck terminates into a blossom explosion of raw red tentacles. Aren't there, like, diseased ones or something? Both sides charge at each other with violent fury. The crabs leap into the air to be splatted by the creature. Newest addition to my codex. It hits them with acid, I think, or something like that. Gurgling liquid that soars through the air, immediately begin to writhe and squawk out in pain. Quickly boilens all its acid spit. Great. That's what I wanted to see. Acid spit. Several more crab mouths disappear, starting to overwhelm the crews with their numbers. Usually they die, right? It dies, right? Whoa. I'm amazed by the display. Natural selection taking place in front of me. My eyes were down to small crabs gathered on the bodies. They tear along this. Yeah, that's gotta be. There's some jerk back in the harness. Gordon turned sideways and raised an arm behind his head. I mean, I guess they did it because otherwise the thing starts spitting at you, and it's kind of annoying. Oh, he had a grenade with him. What are you? Before I get a chance to drill the human, he swings his arm forward. My eyes track as something goes flying from his hand and soars through the air. It tumbles before landing square atop the squid's body. What was... Boom! A distant yet deafening explosion thunders throughout the hall from the squid's corpse. I flinch as the shockwave of the explosion hits, but I keep my eyes open as red and green chunks fly through the air, coating the walls in disgusting, mushy paste. Just like that, the crabs and squid's corpse have been reduced to smithereens. The ground where they sat now become a smoldering crater. When did you... Seemingly reveling in my confusion, Gordon gives a coy smile and points down to his belt. Watch, he pops over the storage pouches. Inside sits an oddly pineapple-shaped looking metallic item. Is that a grenade? Gordon's smile goes a bit wider at my outburst. Where the hell did you get those? Slowly adding to my suffering, he latches the pocket closed and simply taps the side of his nose. What does that mean? Dang, I'm talking to you! The human gaily ignores me as he starts backtracking. You can't just have grenades and not tell me! I'm gonna throw the next one! Quick. Anyway, then out at the bottom section. This is all like video game stuff. Like, originally there's a lot more interaction, which I'm more interested in. I don't really care about the combat sections. The putrid smell of the waterway, which at the bottom is like a little compractor thing. Left hand reaches back, it taps my palm. So what now? Is a thinking mode, just cross a small river. Use boxes to build a bridge? Wait, I was joking. Block of the water, one of the bridge to be open as a white light shines through the open opening. Yeah. Why not just white light shines through the opening? White light shines... What? For the love of... You know what? Whatever, it's not like I enjoy being dry, not covered in shit anyways. Though I'd have to swim in poop water. Every psychopath will say some bullshit humiliating thing. What's wrong with us having a simple emergency exit? Or even some fucking redundancy? We look back at me in surprise. Wait, did I just say what I'm talking about? Shut up, I'm tired of this. I can't believe you've picked up fucking Anon syndrome. Human simply stares with a strangely blank face. My frustration briefly falters as he continues to look me in the eyes. walk. There we go. I can swim pretty good. Oh, don't worry about it. Oh my goodness. Cold water slams into me instantly. As expected, there's this horrible metallic taste of the water as I wriggle around the surface. Stop drinking it! Get my bearings. Drift us to the surface. I look back at the human. He watches, attentive look. With curiosity. He's taking notes, buddy. Even if I'm probably in a river of poop. Giving the human a quick thumbs up, I turn around and start paddling to the open grate. My tail swishes through the waves like a pseudo propeller. It's only half ajar. A small huff. I take a breath and duck back out of the waves, surging forward as. Oop. Oh no. I've been taken by one of the creatures. I was being stupid! Also, I imagine that, I feel like something grabbing your tail would be fucking painful. You're getting. Your entire body's hanging from that. Okay. A fleshy, drooling, and very hungry ceiling trap monster has his tongue wrapped firmly around my tail's base. The strain on my muscles and bones caused me to yell up in pain, though not being able to take more than a casual tug. Having my entire body weight pulling it down, the trap yanking it up is simply too much for my overwhelmed brain. Continue to fruitlessly struggle, babbling and crying out almost every second of my demise. Draws closer, closer. Help! I don't want to die! My whole world spins more and more to realize how high in the air I've gotten. At one point, I can't even tell if it's water from the rivers or tears streaming down my own cheeks. I can't die! I can't die here! As the nauseating seconds click by, fear begins to rapidly morph into fury. Fury with myself, with the sick fuck yakking me up at everything. Is she gonna lose her dang tail? Oh no, she starts to swipe at it. Isn't this what happened with the other guy? Once I have connection and the tongue with a sickening snap, like a string being cut, gravity takes command of the situation and yanks me downward. Howling wind drowns out my screaming as I tumble back into the river. I violently cough up water onto the concrete floor as I writhe on my side. The whole deal with the ceiling trap made a rough impact, and a rough impact from the fall had my everything hurting. My tail and arm desperately wrap around myself as air swirls like a freezing whirlwind. Everything beyond that fact is a blur in my mind. All I can remember is the color orange flowed up through the murky brown waters of the river, and then coming through, hacking up a whole lung of brown water. The sad orange claddon man kneels down, rubbing my back as I hack up another gallon of water from my lungs. By now, I'm content to lay here and die, hoping to be freed from the agony that is my life. The one thing I feel confident in anything. Reality acts me back and bitch slaps me with a ceiling trap. If I'm lucky, finally, first time I'm confident in anything, and reality hits me one of those. If I'm lucky, there'll be some horrible poison that will kill me quickly and painlessly. Yeah, right. Now I'm back on the floor, curled up like a babu. My arms coil around a bit tight as I let a shaky groan. So opening my eyes, I look up at Gordon. I hate this place. The human simply nods, rubbing my back a little longer. You have to keep going. It might not be a bad idea. Yeah, he's probably like, hey, buddy, why do you want to get back at that? Wake me, we're about to die. I'm out before I know it. Also, how the fuck did you hit this thing? If it's got you by the tail, how do you do not have the fucking stomach muscles to lurch yourself up there, buddy. I feel like your feet might have chances of successfully landing a claw strike or two, but not your hands. I groan out, feeling my body suddenly jolt around. My brain swirls as I scrunch up my eyes tighter. Damn new train drivers. Can't they at least do a proper stop once in a while to not wake everyone up who's trying to get some sleep? Realizing it's a futile gesture, I grunt and start to stretch in my chair. Damn, am I sitting on something again? Is something dinging in my butt? I blurrily blink open my eyes, only finding the picture blurry. Like a mixture of a shallow grunt, I open my eyes to look around to see what stop I'm at, hoping I hadn't missed mine. The only problem is I'm not at my stop, or even at a train, if as a matter of fact. Looking up, I met with several metallic arms reaching downwards. I slowly drop my gaze and met with the edge of a cargo box and almost said, ah! Oh god, it's the what's it called again? No, that's the wrong one, Safi. It's the wrong one, Safi. What is this one? Oh, that's for derivative Volcaderidites. Yeah. Um, I do kind of like that we're doing the fucking box jumping room. I mean, that's not a place people are supposed to be. Oh, look, it's we're going. Next one is Office Complex. So we're actually going to be in a new chapter. So far, I like it. I like that it's kind of changing things up. You know, it's doing stuff. Ugh, it's gonna get real damn bad soon though, because I know that Office Complex is where. Yeah, Olivia, I hope you're emotionally a little more stable than you were 10 seconds ago. We got a shotgun. Is apparently how it ends. So I know that the going gets good and the good get gone. 20 chapters more. Hmm. I hope you can appreciate the shotguns are really cool. And the Half-Life shotgun ain't half bad either. More of a fan of the Super Shotgun, but hey, you can't win them all.